The widgets introduced in this video are tab wheel, scroll wheel, slide view, list view H, and list view. The above widgets are enhanced widgets, so they have special sub-widgets. Take tab wheels as an example. First, a tab wheel consists of a page and a tab button group. Page consists of numerous views. Tab button group consists of numerous tab buttons. You can add sub-widgets by right-clicking. Each tab button added should correspond to each view. As you can see in the demo just now, Page can only add the View widget, and the Tab button group can only add Tab button widget, but View can add all widgets. So there are certain specifications for adding sub-widgets. First, let's look at page. The value is the number of current active pages. Next is view. The view can be adjusted by adding widgets. Since we have already explained the 3 ways to add sub-widgets in slide menu, so this video is for demo only. If you want to achieve the effect of turning pages, just click the corresponding tab on the device. Next, we introduce tab button group. It has 2 special properties. One is compact, that is compact typography. The other one is scrollable. Next, we will explain the tab button. Value is the value of tab button. The default index is this when checked. Text property is the text. Load UI is the name of the UI downloaded after activation. Active icon is the name of the icon of the current project. Icon is the name of the icon for the non-current option. The whole tab button is downloaded to the device, and by clicking on different tabs, you can switch to different pages. Next, we start to explain the scroll view. Scroll view is the scroll view. X offset and Y offset are the offsets in the X and Y directions respectively. X slidable and Y slidable are whether to slide in X and Y directions respectively. Since the specific effect cannot be shown in the software, there will be a detailed display on the device later. The X speed scale and the Y speed scale are the offset speed scales in the X and Y directions respectively. Snap to page can set whether the offset is aligned by page when scrolling. Suitable for several different configurations. Move to page is whether to turn only one page. Recursive is whether to recursively find all sub-widgets. Focusable is whether to support focus hold. Scroll view can be right-clicked to add different view. However, because the scroll view widget is special, so the view is required to be laid out manually. If you want to achieve sliding in the X direction or Y direction, you need to adjust the X and Y coordinates manually. Set X slidable and Y slidable according to your needs. Next, we will introduce the Slide View widget. The Slide View widget consists of a slide indicator and a slide view. The slide view consists of multiple views. First, the slide indicator. By setting the maximum value, you can set how many pages are allowed to be configured on the current pages. However, the maximum value is changeable according to the capacity of the view. For example, if the view has 8 but max is 7, the indicator will become 8. Size is the size of the indicator. Anchor X and anchor Y are the coordinates of anchor X and Y. Auto head is whether to head automatically. When 0, auto head is disabled. If you need to achieve an auto head effect, just set the specific number of seconds after it. The unit is milliseconds. If set to 1000, it will be automatically hidden after 1000 milliseconds. Default paint is the indicator type. There are 4 different types to choose from. Spacing property is the spacing. You can see the effect. When the spacing is 20, it is 5 pixels wider than before. Indicated target is the name of the target widget of the indicator. The slide view widget is made up of numerous view widgets. Then we will introduce the slide view widget. Anime hint is the page switch effect of the animation. Autoplay is whether to play automatically. When it is 0, autoplay is disabled. Loop is whether to switch pages in a loop. A detailed display of the effect will be available on the device. If you need to set it to slide up and down mode, then you only need to check the vertical box. Next is the list view H widget. A list view H consists of a scroll view. A scroll view consists of numerous list items. Since the scroll view has been explained before, we will not repeat it here. Item width is the width of the list item. Spacing is the spacing of the list items. Next, we introduce list item. The list item can also add all sub-widgets. Just add the corresponding sub-widgets according to your needs. Finally, we introduce the list view widget. A list view consists of a scroll view and a scroll bar M. The main difference between list view and list view H is that one is a vertical slide and the other is a horizontal slide. Default item height is the default height of the list item. You can set it yourself. Item height is the height of the list item. Auto hide scroll bar is to hide the scroll bar automatically when it is not needed. Floating scroll bar is whether the scroll bar is float above the scroll view. Next is the scroll bar M. Max is the virtual height and width which can be set by yourself. Value is the current value. You can set it according to your needs. Next, we will explain and show how to send commands and return date for the above widget. First is the tab wheel widget. In the process of switching tabs, the corresponding date is returned. Date is also returned when switching slide view. Next, show the command send. Set max can set the maximum value of slide indicator. Set size can set the size of the indicator. Set value can set the current options of the indicator. Set spacing can set the spacing of the indicator. Get value can get the current value. Set view can set the current view interface serial number of slide view. Set autoplay can set the current view to play automatically. Here, if 2000 is set, the next interface will be played every 2 seconds. GetView can get the serial number of the current view. SetValue can set whether the tab button is selected. GetValue can get the value of tab button. The next is scroll view. Set X selectable and set Y selectable can set the X direction and Y direction sliding. You can see the effect. Set Snap to Page can set whether to align by page when scrolling. Set Move to Page can set whether to scroll with only one page. Set Height can set the current height of list view. Set Width can set the current width of list view. Set Spacing can set the spacing of the list items. The above is a demo of the command sending and data return of the widget. Thank you for watching.